Georges St. Pierre has historically been the gold standard for jabbing in mixed martial arts. Where many fighters have a money punch that does most of their hurting, St. Pierre's is the jab. He will spring into it, step off to the side with it, double it up, and most importantly, he will feint and mess with timing. He is excellent at delivering a staggered jab, pumping the shoulder to draw an overreaction, then releasing the jab as the opponent recovers. This is now a favourite of the best middleweight on the planet, Robert Whittaker. St. Pierre pairs his jab with the inside low kick. Dropping down into a slightly deeper stance before jabbing, St. Pierre can instead plant the lead foot and skip up into the inside low kick. The inside low kick works as part of a triple attack with the step up high kick and the jab. By changing from low to high, St. Pierre can sometimes catch his opponent clean with a fight changing head kick. If he cannot catch his man out, the high kick will draw their right hand away from the line of the jab, improving the odds of landing that. The low kick also builds into the Superman jab, a St. Pierre trademark that no one else in MMA has been able to use to any real effect. GSP especially likes to use the Superman jab to run into his right low kick. Like many quick flashy jabbers, St. Pierre has a tendency to let his right hand drop down to his chest even when he is throwing. Sometimes the best idea is to jab with the jabber, palming his jab and bloodying his nose or his eyes if he forgets to do the same. Jake Shields is not known as a great striker, but has similarities with GSP, relying on the jab and the inside low kick. Using these, he confounded current welterweight champion Tyron Woodley. Against GSP, Shields was able to land his jab dozens of times over the match and raise some serious bruising around St. Pierre's eyes. Using the quickest punch in boxing's arsenal, St. Pierre can have opponents on a hair trigger, looking to slip or palm his jabs. This can lead into an easy feint into double leg. St. Pierre's double leg takedown is now legendary. Wrestlers driving straight through for clean takedowns are rare in modern MMA. Most takedowns now come along the fence and out of the clinch. St. Pierre's double leg was more a feat of timing than a pure wrestling feat of technique or strength. Like the brilliant Frankie Edgar, St. Pierre has excellent anticipation and draws his opponents into exchanges. When the opponent squares, throwing his right hand or loading up his left hook, he is helpless as GSP collides with his hips and bundles him over. On the ground, St. Pierre was one of MMA's better guard passers. From the close guard, he will control the inside space and reach for the can opener grip, turning over elbows on his opponent when he feels like it. When he wants to make something happen, St. Pierre will get off his knees and begin to stack the opponent's hips. If they do nothing, he throws their legs aside to pass. If their feet go to his hips, St. Pierre performs a high step over one of the legs, trapping it in a broken butterfly guard. From here he drives to consolidate the full half guard. With the underhook and crossface, St. Pierre likes to go to a no-hands pass into a knee cut to side control. He will also use the crossface to attempt the Damian Maia-style drive to mount, walking his opponent's knees away from him and to the mat. Thiago Alves did a great job of fighting off or denying St. Pierre's crossface whenever he ended up in half guard. Often he would dig in an underhook, and as St. Pierre passed his cross-facing hand over to switch his hips, Alves would put in the post and stiff-arm his way back to a slightly better guard. Alves also used the reverse or octopus underhook to attempt to get up, but often gave his back up to St. Pierre while doing so. When he struggled to get the crossface against Alves, St. Pierre demonstrated the near side underhook into a crossbody knee slide, a very new idea for MMA fans in 2009. Matt Serra used the lockdown to hold St. Pierre in half guard and was able to recover guard well when St. Pierre passed, but impressive guard retention does not count for much in mixed martial arts when the top fighter is hitting well. St. Pierre tired Serra and, pinning his hand to the mat, landed stiff knees to the body from the turtle for the finish. John Fitch suffered a beating at the hands of St. Pierre, but he may have come up with the best answer to the welterweight's great guard passing: don't get stuck on your back. Fitch constantly opened his guard, put in the knee shield and scrambled to his knees. Keeping a 2-on-1, Fitch could work his way up as St. Pierre moved to the front headlock. When Nick Diaz fought St. Pierre, he took this staying out of guard one step further. From the turtle he would look to get a wrist and roll for a hippomoplata or hippopotamus. Or he would quad pod up and look to bump St. Pierre forward. Other times he would crawl to the fence and build up along it, looking for the Kimura as he did so. Critics of St. Pierre often cite his low finishing rate, but from the moment that St. Pierre reclaimed the title, his opponents seemed for the most part to be fighting to survive.